Dudes and dudettes, how are you guys? This is Chazzy, and today I'm going to be continuing my trend of recording videos about dinosaurs because I've been playing Jurassic World Evolution and I want to tell you guys a little bit more about what I think about dinos in general, and today's video is one that I have mentioned, in the previous ones that I recorded. I'm going to be explaining to you guys about my childhood obsession with dinosaurs, back when I was a kid. For some reason that to this day I don't really understand too much, I was in love with dinosaurs. And I would say obsessed because there was a period when I was a weird kid, guys. I was a weird kid, like in the freaking 3rd and 4th and 5th grade. I thought I was a dinosaur. I pretended to be one to scare the other kids. I would go around acting like a freaking velociraptor. I was a very, very strange and bizarre child, but I was happy. I was really happy, and it's very hard to pinpoint exactly where the obsession happened. I don't really remember what triggered it, but I do believe that it was because I just really liked, animals, and dinosaurs fascinated me to a certain degree because I looked at them and I thought, wow, those things look really cool, that is awesome. It's a Tyrannosaurus Rex would look so intimidating, and I thought it would be really cool to see one up close. But then I discovered that they weren't alive anymore, they didn't exist. So, I had to keep myself entertained, consent myself with the movies and video games, I played so many dinosaur related video games, it's actually going to be very hard to list all of them, but the vast majority were related to Jurassic Park, and Turok, and things like that. I did play Dino Crisis a few times, so, and in a bunch of different consoles, and it's very weird because looking back on it today, I don't even know why. Like, it's not that I don't like them anymore, I do still enjoy them to a certain degree. Like, I would love to go to a museum and see fossils of dinosaurs, which I did when I went back to New York. When I went to New York back in 2004, it was really cool. I still like to watch Jurassic Park and Jurassic World movies. I talked about that in another video, so I think that it's really cool to it's still nice to see dinosaurs, but when I got older, I guess I just started developing interests in other areas, but I still really look back on that time fondly, my parents used to buy me a lot of dinosaur toys, all the things related to that, and I do believe at one point my mom even got me some dinosaur bed sheets, dinosaur pajamas. I was really into the whole thing. And any kind of dinosaur related media that you guys can think of regarding movies, TV shows, cartoons, games, I probably consumed back when I was a kid, climbing into my young adolescency. And I think that my biggest dream at the time was to be a paleontologist. That was actually my first objective in life. I wanted to finish school and study that in college. I had a whole plan, but when you're a kid, you don't really know what you want. There are times when somebody knows what they want to be as a kid and they grow up and make a living out of that. But I don't know what happened exactly along the road that made me forget about it, but today I couldn't really see myself working in paleontology. I just think it's kind of dull and boring, but I think the reason that I wanted to be one so bad was because of Dr. Alan Grant, the character from the Jurassic Park franchise, who was kind of like a swashbuckling paleontologist. He would go on adventures and see dinosaurs and this and that, with his cowboy hat. So I think that's what I pictured when I thought of being a paleontologist, I was not aware that it's actually like a profession where you pretty much spend 80% of your time in a museum looking at fossils, and you might occasionally get an opportunity to go travel and work in the field and dig up some fossils or something, but I'm pretty sure those opportunities for these guys are few and far between. So as I got a little older, I just thought, what, this would probably be a very, very boring job. But still, as time went on, I started to appreciate dinosaurs in a different way, a different light, and today it's very hard to, because back in the day, it's like, well, dinosaurs lived, I don't know how many years ago, now they don't anymore, but then as you get older, and you start to kind of, I have a religious background, I consider myself a non-practicing Christian, so there are a few beliefs within my religion that contradict the very existence of dinosaurs, but the Bible says that the Earth is like 4,000 to 5,000 years old, but then science says that dinosaurs lived I don't know how many hundreds of millions of years ago. So it's really hard when religion and science clashes, because there's one that talks about that God created the universe, but then there's the Big Bang that just, I don't know. So it's very, 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 very difficult, because if you would try to merge them together, then technically the dinosaurs would be alive when people back in the Bible were still alive. So it's very, very complicated. I choose to believe that the dinosaurs were alive at some point, maybe after that, you know, or maybe, I don't know. It's really hard. My brain starts to twist and turn just by thinking about this. But anyway, the point is, guys, that I forgot to comb my hair, so I'm trying to freaking make it sex. But the point is that it's very hard for you to study paleontology, but also religion at the same time. Science and religion, they just don't mix. But I still choose to place my beliefs somewhere in the middle. Like, I can meet both of them halfway there, you know. So, like, I do believe that religion does exist, and everything that happened in the Bible did happen, you know. But at the same time, I do believe that dinosaurs did exist, and that there are certain people in churches who think that people just fabricated the fossils. You know, they just went there and placed them in there and then ran away, and then somebody found them and says, hey, look, it's a dinosaur. You know, it's I do believe that it's very it's not exactly well explained how scientists can figure out how long ago dinosaurs were alive, but still, man, I mean, if you start getting into too much detail, you're just gonna have a hard time, you know. So when it comes to there were so many documentaries over the years that I saw. Like, the very first one was Walking with Dinosaurs on National Geographic, which had a very strong impression on me because I thought these things were real, even though you watch it today and it's like, wow, that is some crappy CGI, you know. But at the time, like, I really thought these things were real, you know. And then there was When Dinosaurs Roamed America, which I thought was really cool, and also left a very strong impression on me. I thought everything was real. As I got older, I realized that it was just practical computer-generated imagery, you know. But then there was also one that I like a lot, which is actually a 4-part series. I forgot what it was called, but each one talked about a different specific dinosaur going on adventures and trying to survive, you know. There was White Tip's Journey, Pod's Travels. There was Alpha's Journey, something like that. And no, White Tip's Journey. There was Pod's Travels. Then there was Little Das, and then there was Alpha. I don't know. It's just this 4-part series that I don't really remember too well, but I actually thought it was really cool. A nice little anthology about dinosaurs. Now, looking back on my childhood, I can understand why I was considered to be weird. I was considered to be a strange kid because I used to act like a dinosaur, you know. I had ADHD, guys. I had hyperactive disorder, so I was always, you know, really, really active and hyper, you know, and I wanted to jump around and I couldn't sit still in class, you know. So, I mean, I started taking a controlled medicine for that, and as I got older, it went away, sort of, but at the same time, it stayed and turned into anxiety, you know. So it's like I do still kind of suffer from that today, and I think I'm on the border of OCD, you know. Like I have a small level of a compulsive disorder where I have to keep everything organized and in a certain way or else I go crazy, you know. But like when I was a kid, it was freaking overkill, you know. It was intense, and I actually got in trouble in school a lot because of it, because I couldn't stay still. I couldn't focus on anything without moving and jumping and a freaking, you know, shaking and twitching, you know. So, and it kind of helped a lot that I used to pretend I was a dinosaur. I would run around and stuff, you know. But I can understand why I had a reputation as a weird kid. But I think when I was climbing out of 5th grade, when I got into middle school, you know, slowly and steadily the whole dinosaur craze started to die off a little bit as pop culture infiltrated my life, you know. Started listening to popular music, you know, and I started to become more sexually active in the 6th grade, you know. So things started to get a little different. My hormones were all over the place, so I kind of forgot about dinosaurs. By the time I hit the 7th grade, it was all about video games. From then on, it was just gaming, and I pretty much forgot about dinosaurs completely. But there was a point in my childhood where it was all I could think about. I used to be kind of like a promising artist of sorts. I used to really like to draw. My drawing sucked, of course, but I did it a lot. And a lot of the things that I drew were related to dinosaurs. You know, I made my own drawings. I colored them. I painted them, this and that. So you could tell, like looking, like from the outside looking in, you could tell that this is a kid who would really like dinosaurs and who would love to have followed a career in the future. You know, like you saw me as a child, and it's like, okay, this kid is definitely going to be a paleontologist one day. And not to mention that the Jurassic Park movies left a really huge impression on me. I used to watch them a lot over and over again. Same thing with Disney's Dinosaur, which I reviewed recently too. And as recently as 2015, the hype for Jurassic World, like I talked about before, was really, really crazy for me because, like, even though I wasn't really into dinosaurs the same way that I used to be, it really tapped, you know, it hit a nerve. It kind of tapped back into that the child in me, you know, from back in the day who was obsessed with dinosaurs, you know. So it kind of like I don't know, there was a lot of nostalgia, you know. I think it was more than nostalgia than anything else, you know, that really grinded my gears and made me, it made me feel like a kid again when this movie was announced. When Jurassic World was announced, I felt like a kid again, you know, jumpy and excited because I was gonna watch a dinosaur movie, you know, and it will go down in history as one of my favorite movies ever, you know. The sequel, Fallen Kingdom, was pretty good too, and I'm pretty sure the third one, Dominion, will also be, but I don't think that any of them are ever going to be as good as the first one, because it was the first, you know, it was the one that left a lasting impression on me, and I really honestly think that it is just, it's awesome, man. It's awesome. I think it's really cool, and it's just hard, you know. It's a little hard to talk about this. It's nice to give you guys a little background, but it does make me feel nostalgic and kind of sad because, you know, where did all the years go? Where did the decades go? You know, it feels like yesterday when it was just so innocent, just me and my dinosaurs in my room, you know. But yeah, I think that's it. That's all I can talk about for now. I just wanted to give you guys a little background, you know, and try to explain the origin story of my dinosaur obsession when I was a kid. It was really cool, and maybe I'll make my future children be into them as well to try and see it happening all over again, the vicious cycle. But that's it. I hope you guys are enjoying my videos. I've been doing a lot of dinosaur related content lately, especially here in the Mixer playlist, because I've been playing Jurassic World Evolution, so it kind of makes sense, you know, to talk about this sort of thing. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying it, and yeah, until the next time, I guess. This is Chazzy signing out for now, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video.